Daang hapon, doon sa malapit sa Lampon.
checkpoint.
Sa checkpoint.
Hey guys, today we will be building a PC, so it's actually my first time building a PC, and I have collected all the parts that I need. The motherboard and the CPU just arrived today, so we are using the Gigabyte D450 MDS3H as the motherboard. This is our processor, the Ryzen 5 2600. Our RAM is the Corsair Vengeance LPX 3000 MHz 8GB stick. We're gonna be using only one stick because 16 GB is pretty expensive, and this is a budget that my dad said. For the RAM, we are using Corsair Vengeance LPX 8GB DDR4 3000 MHz, and I did not buy 16 GB since 16 GB is pretty expensive, and this is a very budget build, only around 30,000 pesos, that's around $600. We're using the colorful GeForce GTX 1650 as our graphics card. Our storage is just an HDD, not an SSD, because SSDs are also expensive. This is a 1TB 7200 RPM hard drive. For the PSU, this is a Silverstone, that's here again. For the PSU, this is a Silverstone ST50F ES230 Strider Essential Series 500 watts 80 plus 35 PSU. This is enough to power all our components. This is a dark flash case, dark flash bullets, and we got some fans here as well. And yeah, the case actually looks pretty good. It's got tempered glass on the side. So let us arrange everything so we can start the build. Just put the graphics card back over here, RAM over here. Open up the motherboard and put the hard drive back in there. I'm gonna open up the motherboard, and yeah, this has already been unboxed because let's just check the packages when they arrive. These are the SATA cables, I'm pretty sure. No. Okay. These are the SATA cables for the hard drive to connect to the motherboard. Now we're just gonna put those over there. Close up the box, which is now on secure. So we are gonna put the motherboard on the box. Actually, I shouldn't close the box. Let's just get the motherboard out of the case, or out of the plastic. I mean, let's get rid of the tape. Drop onto the case like that. There we go. Actually, let's start working on the motherboard. We are gonna install the CPU. Just gonna find where that triangle thing is. Okay, I see the triangle. It's right there. I'm gonna put this down right here. Okay, so if you'll notice, I'm gonna be touching the top of the case every once in a while to ground myself and get rid of any static that I may have in my fingers. So now we're gonna take out the CPU from its box. Move that over there for now. Yeah, this was also unboxed. As you can see, the seal is broken. Okay, there we go. Here's the manual installation instruction. I haven't installed any AMD CPUs, but I have experimented on a few Intel CPUs before. Actually, one Intel CPU. Here's the plastic thing that was on top. Box. Here's the CPU itself. Inside, you'll see we got the cooler, which we will be installing after the CPU, so let's take it out of the box as well. This has some pre-applied thermal paste, so we do not need any other thermal paste. Let's put that over there. What is this thing? It's just cardboard. And we will be installing the CPU now. Okay, this is the first time I've ever unboxed an AMD CPU, so I gotta be pretty careful. Okay, that's it. Have tape. I'm not sure. Okay, there we go. Touch the thing. Pick it up. Make sure not to touch it by the pins. Okay, gotta turn it over. And now I open it. Actually, wait. Is this thing actually glued to the top here? Okay, there we go. That's better. And now, pick it up. Okay. First time I've ever held a CPU. This is a Ryzen, so I gotta make sure not to break it. And grab the motherboard back here. Let's simply touch the thing now. Let's get the lever out. Open it. No, okay, there we go. That's now open. So the triangle thing is right there, and so there's a triangle thing on the CPU. Now I will put it in.
Can you show the triangle?
This is the triangle thing right there on the edge of that CPU. Okay, so we were able to install the CPU, as you can see over there. I wasn't able to take a video of it because the phone ran out of space and this is a new phone. But now it's time to install the cooler. This thing has pre-applied thermal paste. All I gotta do now is take out the brackets from the motherboard. So, yeah. Okay, this is magnetic. That's good. Okay, other one. Time to get it out of there. There we go. I'm pretty sure I won't need these screws anymore because the cooler has its own screws. Time for the other side. I'm just gonna rotate this and hold this part of the motherboard so it won't fly off. That's enough. There we go. There we go. Okay, let's take out the bracket and put that beside the other one. Now we're gonna install the cooler. Okay, so as you can see, there is thermal paste at the bottom of that. I must not touch that or else I will get thermal paste all over myself. Okay, so this goes in like this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, to line these. And the other ones are also aligned. Good. Let's give this some turns. Wow, this is small. Yeah, it kind of fits, but it's still too small. Let me get my other screwdriver. Okay, so I got the other screwdriver. This one should fit pretty well. Okay, it's fitting. Turn this just a bit, and then I will start on the other side to spread the thermal paste evenly. Okay, is that actually threading in? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. Now this one. And next one. We go back to this one. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And let's just test it if it's properly attached. Yep, it is. Okay. Let's plug the fan in to the header over here. So I'm gonna rotate this so you can see it as well. So right there. We're gonna plug this in to this header. There we go. Nice. Actually, I'm gonna be cable managing later anyway, so let's not mind this for so much for now. Just tuck it in right there under the screw. Okay. And now it's time to put in the RAM. Just checking which one. Okay, this is the DDR4 slot. This is where we're gonna install our RAM. So this is the 1 slot, this is the 2 slot, this is the 3 slot, and this is the 4 slot. So we're just gonna open up this part. Get our RAM, which is no longer taped since it has been opened. Just get it out of the box. This is some really nice looking RAM. It's a lot better than my old RAM because it actually looks like RAM. Other thing just looks like a circuit board that you insert in the motherboard. Now we open it, and that was easy. That was not as hard as the CPU. Let's get it out of here. Okay, there we go. And close this off. Put it over here. Okay, so now we gotta determine which way this goes in. Yeah, that's not the right way. Okay. So if you can see that notch right there on the RAM, that part, you gotta line it up with the notch in the slot. So if it's not aligned, it won't go in. And try not to force it in or it will break the RAM. Okay, so let's align this. Okay, there we go. There we go. It's gonna go in. It doesn't want to go in. Yeah, that's the right slot, but I gotta push it in. There we go. Okay, it's in. There we go. Just lock that in. Touch the case. And that's actually it for the motherboard. Now we are going on to the case. Let's set this aside.
What's the material on the case that you need to touch?
Metal. I need to touch metal to get rid of the static on my fingers. I could do it with a power supply, but I did not open the power supply. Okay, so let's find a place for this. Just over here is fine, I guess. Actually, when we move the case, we're gonna put the motherboard behind everything else. And this is the thing which I'm gonna clip under the power supply. The anti-static bag, and it smells funny. Brackets go. Just gonna put them right there. Okay, let's grab the case. Okay, so here we have our case. The motherboard is now at the back. You can see it, but it's there. We're just gonna unscrew the side panel. This is tempered glass, so I gotta be real careful with it, or else it will fall and break into lots of glass pieces and I won't have a side panel on the case. It's got rubber on it, so that's good. Oh, could I actually just... No, I need a screwdriver to get it out first. Let's go with this side next. I'm using my left hand, so just gotta unscrew it with my hand. Okay, grab the rubber piece, make sure it's on. Yep. Okay, this side... No, this side.
If they see pans somewhere, it's because we're actually in the kitchen.
Yes, we're in the kitchen. I am assembling this PC in the kitchen. That should be enough to unscrew with my finger now. There we go. Okay, it's starting to come off, as you can see. This is the top right. This is the bottom left. So once I take this off, the whole side panel is gonna be coming down. So
You need to hold.
Yes, I gotta be really careful with this because it's gonna come off. Okay, so gonna hold onto it like this here and screw it with my left hand so I can catch it when it comes off. There we go. Take it off. Oh, okay. Oh, it's actually inside the case a bit. So here's the side panel. Let's just peel off the plastic that is on it. Oh, this is anti-static, I think. There we go, and other one, other side. Okay, now tempered glass goes inside, back inside the case box. Okay, and I'm gonna touch the metal part again. Other side this time. So we're gonna be doing this side of the case now. It only has 2 screws here. Oh, they're thumb screws, so I can just take them off with my hands. Let me just put these screws here. These are the tempered glass screws. These are the thumb screws on the left side of the case. So we're gonna put these right here. This one's tight. Yeah, I'm gonna unscrew this one with a screwdriver and then do it the rest of the way with my fingers. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to install the power supply through here as well. So we're taking this out. What just fell? Okay, the brackets. Okay, this goes on the other side of the phone. Here's the manual. Apparently we can also remove the front panel, which I don't think I'm gonna need to do. But in case I do, then there it is. I can remove it. Okay, so let's set this aside. Just put it under the cooler box, which I don't think is too heavy. Okay, we got some cable management here already, so that's good. Where are the fan cables? So we got the fans right here, and I'm actually gonna have to take this off. Let's worry about that later. So let's take the screws out of here. Okay, there are some screws over here. These are stand-ups, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we gotta take off the cable tie and the zip tie. Actually, it's not even a zip tie. It's this piece of wire that's keeping everything together. Okay, I can use that later. Grab the stand-ups. I'm pretty sure there are already stand-ups installed, but it's good to have some extra. Okay, oh nice, we got some cable ties over here. Zip ties, I mean. Yeah, good. This is for cable management. And here are some of the wires. Okay, what are these? Yeah, these are the fans. They've already been chained into this thing. This is the hard drive bay. These are the things that connect to the motherboard. What is this? Yeah, these are the things that connect to the motherboard. This connects to the power supply. And what's this? Got stuck. Okay, right there. This is the USB 3.0 connector, which also connects to the motherboard. So let us check. So the USB 3 goes up the bottom. So we're gonna route this down here. Okay, there's no way. Okay, right there. And then these are gonna go to the PSU, so we're gonna route them down here. Let's just get this out and then make sure they don't cross. So I'm pretty sure these are for the audio connectors, and these also go at the bottom along with the USB 3. Okay, so we're just gonna route this in along with the USB 3. I am gonna go and cable manage that a lot better when the motherboard is in, but there we go. For now, let's install the fans. There are already 2 fans installed here, but we got some extra fans. Some screws. Put that up here. The fan itself is down here. How do we get it out? I guess we can just pull it out of the box. There we go. These are 120mm fans. And okay, let's see what way this goes in. Apparently we got the exhaust right here. This is the exhaust and the other side is the intake. Okay, so we're just gonna match it to this. The cross pattern is this, has to be face the same direction as the cross pattern on this one. And that's really cool because we got some slidable fan mounts, which are not just screw holes, then they're actually slide. You can actually move the fan up or down. Okay, the power supply is gonna be down here, so I'm gonna route this through at the bottom, and let's see, does this actually fit? Yes, it does. Of course it does. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna mount it in like that. Okay, let me just get the screws out of the plastic, which is resealable. That's cool. Let's get these out. There we go. Are these gonna be actually long enough to screw through? This looks pretty thick. Oh, do they go on the other side? Or yeah, I'm pretty sure they go on the other side. Yeah, they do. Okay. So let's align this. Now we're gonna turn this. Grab a screw. Yeah, that's right. Right there. Okay, just put that in. Oh, I need a screwdriver for this. Put a screw on the driver. Yeah, it's that. No, I need a smaller one. Just gonna let the fan down first, so I can pick up the screwdriver and the screw. Okay, so here's our smaller screw. Okay, I actually got the wrong type. Screws. Okay, there we go. Let's line this here. Okay, now how do we do this? Okay, let's just screw this in a bit. Right there. No, that's cross-threaded. Okay, so this is a non-magnetic screwdriver, but we can make it magnetic by putting a magnet on it. And now, it's easy. Pretty cool. Okay, so we're gonna screw these things in. Insert it right there. Still pretty inaccurate, but okay, there we go. That's looking better. Wow, this is actually harder to thread in. Okay, there you go. We got that in. I'm gonna take off the magnets and hold the fan with my other hand, screw it in. Once this thing is in, it's gonna be easier for all the other screws. Okay, at least that's in place. Yeah, let's screw in another before we screw that all the way. Okay, cross pattern again for this one. So we're gonna put this in here. Oh, that doesn't want to stay in place. There we go. Okay, that's in enough that I can take out the magnets. Oh, it gets pushed. I gotta hold it in place. Okay, there we go. That's in fully. Now we're gonna do this one. And once these two are in, the other two screws will be pretty easy. Okay, there we go. It doesn't move anymore, but now we can install the other screws. Okay, so we've got this first fan installed. The first extra fan, we're gonna do the next one. Let's get it out of here. Won't need the plastic for the screws anymore, so this goes in the cooler box. Everything's put in the cooler box. Alright. Yep, there's a piece of that. Okay, apparently one of the blades is dead. Okay, so I cannot use this one because It's missing one blade. So when it's missing one blade, it won't be balanced because the weight of the thing is not there anymore. So the bearing is gonna die. 3 fans is fine, so yeah, it's fine if we don't use this one. Okay, so we've got 3 fans here, plus 2 fans from the GPU and 1 from the cooler. Okay, so now it's just, what's this one? And the screws, these are the screws, let's just put them with the fan over here. Okay, so let's install the hard drive next. We will turn this around. I think this uses a hard drive cage. Yep, it does. So let's just bring the wire straight through the other side so we can check this out. Okay, yep, it is a cage. How do we take it off? Apparently there are screws on the bottom, so I gotta turn this case over. Let's flip the case over right there. And yep, we gotta get the hard drive cage out. So let me just unscrew these. So this is for the hard drive. Just put it on the magnets so I know what they are. Okay. And now the hard drive cage should be able to slide out of its place. There we go. Okay. Let's get the hard drive out of its box. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no other place to put the hard drive except here. So let's grab this. There's a piece of tape over here. And okay, there we go. So, actually, there is another piece of tape. They actually taped this a lot. There we go, that's open. And more at the back. The other side. There's the tape. Okay. Now where is the... Oh, okay, I will need scissors. Okay, so here's the hard drive. We're just gonna cut open the plastic, which did not have a good opening like the motherboard did. Okay, there we go. Put that right here. Take it out, touch the case to remove any static. I might have, okay, there we go. Hard drive. What is this thing, actually? It's random chemicals, I think. This is desiccant. Do not, oh, it's the do not eat thing. Okay, let's just put that over here. And now, it's time to get this thing in the cage. Okay, so I've checked the manual of the case, and I found out the hard drive is supposed to be mounted on top of the cage and not inside it. Okay, let's find that screw. HDD screw. Times 2. Okay, hard drive screw. Yeah, right there. Okay, so it's those regular screws. Flat screws. Okay. So let's grab that. Where did... Okay, right there. So we're gonna open this up, grab the screws, and which one is it actually? Let's go and put the ties back over here. This gotta be cut open, so grab the scissors, make sure nothing spills, or else it's gonna be pretty hard to find these. I guess I'm gonna put them beside the magnets. So, yeah, all the screws are right there. Okay, find those screws for the drive. Okay, so we have this bowl that we can put the screws in so they won't get lost. Let's just pour them all out here and find the screws for the hard drive. Apparently they're the flat ones, which I cannot find. Okay, there's one right here. We are gonna install the hard drive using these 4 screws into the top of the thing, the cage, hard drive cage. We're just gonna align these, screw it in. So I'm gonna grab one of them, screw it into the thing, which is actually pretty hard. Okay, that's tight. This very tight. Okay. Let's slide it back in. Here's the cage with the hard drive, which is not actually inside the cage, but on top of it. Okay, so let's slide this in, align it with the bottom of the things. Okay, there I go. It's locked into place now. I gotta screw it back on. Yeah, these are the screws that we use to screw this thing back on. There we go. Was this supposed to be in the... Oh, just removed itself. Let's get it back on there. Is it supposed to be in this hole or the other one? Huh, that's what I forgot. I guess it could be this big one right here. I'm gonna hold it in place. Gonna screw it in with my hand first, and then we screw it in with the driver. Okay, there we go. It's going in nicely. There we go. Okay. And then the other screw. It's not straight. Okay, there we go. Now it is straight. Okay. So now we got the hard drive cage locked into place. Yeah, as you can see, I cannot get it out of there anymore. Next thing we're gonna do is put in the power supply. So we're getting the case right side up. Take out the power supply from its box. Okay, here's our power supply. It's a non-modular power supply because modular power supplies are very expensive. Let's go around again, right here. We're gonna be installing this fan side down since there is enough space under the case. As you can see, I can actually put my fingers under here. Fan side down would be right side up, actually. It's actually right side up. We should get rid of the thing that's holding it in place now. And it's... okay. These things are now gonna spill out. Wires. Okay. So we're gonna put this in the back, right here, through here. There we go, that's the power supply inside the case. Just gonna move it more because it doesn't align with the screws yet. Okay, there we go. That's better. I still do not see the screws though. Let's go get down here. Yeah, I see the screws now. There is this thing. Oh, actually, get that out of there. There's a freaking cable in the bottom of the thing. So let's get it out. Okay, that goes up there first. And we're just gonna get it back to the bottom once the PSU is in. There you go, that's much better. That is a much better fit. Okay, screw time. Okay, so apparently the screws were inside the power supply box and not from the motherboard. It had its own screws. That's why the case. That's why the case screws did not want to screw in because the power supply had its own screws. Okay, there we go. This is the last screw. There we go. That's the last of them. I'm gonna be doing some basic cable management before we put the motherboard in. So let us get this down here. Gonna find the proper connector for. Okay, this is the PCI 6+2. Okay, here it is. The what do you call it? The Molex cables. Yeah. Okay, this is a lot of cables. Let's just run them out through the. Wow, that's a lot of cables. Okay, just gonna put them down over here and see how I can untangle everything so that it won't be so messy. Let's just untangle this, these two. I'm gonna clear this part of the. Let me find somewhere to put them. Okay, let's just stick them onto the pan. Okay, this is mostly untangled. It's still a lot at the base of the power supply. That is a lot of tangles. Okay, this goes through here. Then this is over here. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we've pretty much completely untangled everything. Okay, so this is gonna. Where's the other Molex? These are SATA connectors. So this. Okay, here's the other Molex. So I will be using this one for the fans. So you're just gonna plug in the fans right here. Okay, so this goes in only one way, and it's this way. There we go. It's in. There we go. And all these others. Let's compress them. There we go. So that's plugged in. So now we're gonna hide this in the. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah. Let's just hide this in the bottom of the power supply. Actually, we should, no, this goes here. Yeah. And yeah, this is another Molex. Okay, I don't need that yet. We need the SATA power cable, which is this thing, I'm pretty sure. And it can go in right here to the hard drive. And just checking that's right. Yep. There we go. Okay, that clicked. And now, just gonna hide this here. Oh, that's cool. I can hide the other stuff in the basement of the bottom part of the hard drive thingy. Let's route the 24 pin, which goes to the motherboard. Okay, let's see. The motherboard's 24 pin slot is over at that side, which means we can go up here. Right here. This is a huge wire. Okay. CPU goes at the top. Okay, so right here. No, it's over here. And once I'm done routing these stuff, I'm gonna put in the motherboard. This is the PCIe power cables for the graphics card. So yeah, let's put in the motherboard now. Okay, so we're gonna have some stand-ups taken off. Okay, so let's make it lie down again. Just stuff them through there for now while we install the motherboard. Anti-static plastic stuff, screwdrivers. I'm gonna need these actually, so let's put them over here. I think that's good enough to lie the case down. This thing goes here. Okay. Let's get the case down again. What's this thing? Okay. It's just a CPU power. There we go. Oh wow. It's actually gonna be pretty hard to get the motherboard in. Let's get the wires out of the way by hanging them in random places. Okay, there we go, it's hanging. Oh, it's down again. Oh, this is the thing, the plastic thing. I mean the rubber thing that's supposed to be on the side of the case for the tempered glass panel. And it got out. These stuff gotta move somewhere else. Actually, no, they're fine there. I'm screwing in the last standoff, which is actually pretty tight. This corresponds to this and this. Okay, yeah. Now it's time to insert the motherboard finally. All standoffs are installed, except for one that is at the right side, but there's no more space for that one. So let's fit it through the I/O shield. Just get it through there. Yeah, left side does not want to fit properly. I cannot align it properly for some reason. Oh, I got it. There's a fan wire over here. Okay, that's why. Let's just get that out of the way over here for now. Let's use one of those wire thingies to keep it in place right here. Okay, and let's put it in. So, check it from the other side. Yep, that seems just about right. Oh, the audio things are not aligned. Oh, the wires. The wires are always causing problems. Okay, there we go. Now it fits. And all the stand-ups are in their proper places. Yep, that's right. Okay. Now we need to screw this in. So, did the motherboard come with screws? It did not, so we gotta screw it in using the case screws. Okay, let's see. Where's the case manual? Where did I put that thing? Oh, right there. Okay, so let's make sure we don't fail the screwing up. Ouch.
Pun intended, screwing up.
Unintended, actually. Let's grab that thing. It just fell in there. Okay, there we go. Insert that properly. Oh, come on. Just go in. Just go in straight. Get in. There we go. That's better. Screw that in. Okay, that's tight. Good. Touch the case. Let's screw the top left in now. Okay, so I have installed the I have installed the motherboard, and I have broken off the PCI shield over here. Two slots are needed for this graphics card. This is a colorful GTX 1650. It's not the super version, so it's a bit slower than the super version, but it's a pretty good graphics card even today. And I have to figure out what direction to install it in. Okay, so this is open, and now just gotta plug it in right here. Align it at the side, and okay, there we go. Boom, it's in. And now we need the screws. And yep, that's tight. It's still tightening for some reason. Guess it's not the right screw. Okay, so I routed some of these things through these holes. It was in one wire, so I had to split it up into two pieces. And now we're gonna plug these in. According to the manual, which I put over here, these wires go into the USB header on the motherboard and the front audio panel on the motherboard as well. So we will lie this case down again. This should not get stuck. Okay. So where did this go? Right under the graphics card. Okay, this is the USB thing. And this goes in there only one way since it's got a blank pin. And this goes in here. Okay, there we go. It's in. And the other one is... Where did that thing go? Okay, wait. Is this it? Oh, this is the fan. Where did that go? It probably got stuck somewhere. Okay, so we found that other thing, and now I need some more lights in here. Okay, which pin is blanked out? Let's tilt it over so I can see that. Oh, I cannot. Okay, right there, under. So this goes in this way. Yeah, like this. And it's pretty hard to rotate. There we go. Thing got stuck under here again. So get it out a bit. There we go. Now we are gonna plug this in the HD audio spot. That's the right orientation. I probably should have done this before the GPU, but it's in now. Come on, get in. Is it already in? No, it's not. Get in. I was able to plug in the HD audio properly. Now we're gonna plug in the 24 pin, the thing that actually gives power to the motherboard. And this thing is very stiff. The pins are shaped differently, and so I gotta match them to their proper partners on the board. Okay, it's pretty hard to shoot it. Okay, there we go. I think that should work. There we go. Okay. And should it click? Yes, it's in. Okay. Now let's plug in the USB 3.0. This is the thing. It's already in the right position to go in. It's right here under the graphics card. So let's just feed the wire back under there so I can properly plug it in. Oh, that's our cat. Okay, here we go. Try to align that straight. It's actually really hard to align. Yeah, that should be right. And get in. There we go. That's in. Okay, now for the front panel headers. So I'm just gonna reference the motherboard guide in this one. Okay, this gotta go right side up and into that thing as well, the other hole. There we go. One more pin. Come on. Get in. There we go. Okay. Now we light it back down. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here we've got a few stuff. Use the power. What is this? Power switch. Okay. So how do I know which is positive and which is negative? Let's check the manual, I guess. Okay, so I got the front panel headers in, which were very hard to plug. Okay, so now we got our power button, our reset switch, our USB and USB 2.0 and USB 3.0 connected. And we've also got the audio things connected, the audio jacks. Okay, now what we're gonna do is wire up the SATA connector from the hard drive to the motherboard. So I gotta look for those. Yeah, it's right here. These SATA connectors, which we gotta cut open with scissors right here. And I totally missed the plastic. Scissor aim is like not very good. Okay, so we got that open. We're gonna grab these. So we've got one right-angled SATA connector here. We're gonna be using this one. This is for a second hard drive if we needed it, but we don't have a second hard drive and also not an SSD, so we don't need it. So we're gonna put this right here because it's open already. And yep, I think we're gonna be using the right angle on the hard drive. So we're gonna turn this around. It's very messy on the other side because of all the wires from the power supply. Wow, this is tangled. Very tangled. Let's go and get rid of the mess. Okay, this one's already wired into the... Where did it go? Where did I put the thing? Already. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So we are gonna plug this in here. Plug the right angle over here into the SATA connector. It doesn't want to go straight, so I'm gonna use my right hand to get it quickly straight. Come on, go in. Go in. Okay, there we go. That's locked in. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna be running the other end through here to connect to the motherboard. Okay, so where are SATA connectors? Okay, so we're gonna be running this through here, and then we can connect it to the motherboard. So this goes. Okay, GPU is blocking a bit of the connectors, so we're gonna put it on the bottommost. There we go. It's in. And now we're gonna wire up the GPU to the power supply. Gonna get our GPU wire coming in through here, I think, and then we're gonna run it down here and plug it in. Or should we go through here? We could go through here, or through here, or through here as well. This got a lot of connectors, so I'm not gonna go through there. We could go through here, but yeah, I'm gonna go through like a top connector, like the one with the 24 pins running through. So let's find our... This magnetic thing keeps on slipping off whenever I touch it. Okay, let's find our PCI connector, which is right here. Nice. What does the GPU need? Okay, it needs 6 pin. Okay. So we're gonna keep this separated. We're gonna use only 6 of the pins that are available. Okay, I just found something out. It won't reach the it won't reach the GPU through this hole. So we gotta back it out of there. Get out. Come on. This thing is stuck again. Okay, there we go. And so, what I'm gonna do is pass it through here. There we go. Which one am I gonna use? I'm gonna use this thing. let the others stay there. I'm just gonna cable tie these together. Okay, so we got the lock on top here, and the square pins in their correct places. Let's just put this in. There we go. There we go. Okay, that's good. So we got, let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cable ties. Let's go tie these together so they won't flop around. There we go. And yep, we're gonna tighten that up fully. And we're gonna cut off that extra using these pliers. Okay, that was harder than I expected. Okay, I need scissors. Oh, okay, put that over there. Next, is that all, actually? So I think this is ready. Everything I need to do now is at the back, which is cable managing everything, so it will fit in the back of the case. Okay, so we got our 12 volt for the CPU, got our fan plugged into the motherboard, we got our 24 pin plugged into the motherboard as well, PCIe power connected to the graphics card. We got all the headers for the front panels back down here under the graphics card, which you can't really see, and actually took off this thing. Stick it back on. That's all for the front, I think. Oh, plastic. What I'm doing now is just attempting to hide all this mess. Okay, so we're gonna tie these together, get them to run down here. I'm gonna get the cable tie in here as well. Should I? The cat. Okay, so we got these cables together. Now we're gonna run this cable behind the motherboard. So let's stuff all these things under the hard drive. Actually, no, we'll stuff it here beside the power supply. Okay, so here is the PC, fully assembled except for the side panels. I'm gonna put those on in a short while, so I'm just gonna show you. This part is very messy, this side, but on the other side, it is very clean. Only thing that looks a bit messy is the PCI power, but that's fine. I'm gonna put a side panel on now for this part, this side. Okay, so let's just close this up, see if everything will fit. Yep, I'm just gonna squeeze it in there. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's not locked. Wait, let's get rid of the dust filter for now. Put it in the motherboard box so I can hold this without it slipping off. And then we're gonna squeeze all these cables in. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And we're gonna screw it in using the thumb screws. I'm gonna do that's the wrong hole. It's this one. Okay, that's tight. Other side. Okay. And now it's time for the tempered glass. Get it out of the box. Here it is. And we're gonna attach the left side first, then the bottom right. Okay. There you go. Okay, that's lined up. Do that. Yeah. Now it's back on, and we got another hand screwing it in. There we go. Okay. That's screwed in very well. Now for the bottom right, we're doing this in a cross pattern again. Okay, there we go. That's good. Okay, there we go. And I can let go of it now. Screw the top right. Okay, and one more down here. And there we go. We're gonna bring this to the office. Actually, wait, one more thing. Dust filter, put it back on. Okay, now we're gonna bring this to the office. I'm gonna clear it out, and then we're gonna plug this thing in and test it out. Okay, so we have cleaned up the office. This is where my old PC used to be. I put the new one on the right. Okay, so we're gonna power this on. Gonna power this thing on. Let's just flip the power supply switch to make sure we do not fail the power on. Oh, our keyboard's got light. Let's flick the switch. And everything is on. Let's wait for a post. Spamming the delete button. move this over here. Okay, the AMD fan is not spinning. Let's turn it off again. Oh, it's working. Again. No post yet. Okay, there we go, post. Delete. Yes, I'm pressing delete. Oh, is it booting into Windows? Yeah, it's booting into Windows. Yep, Windows installed. Mouse, where is the mouse? Okay, there's the mouse. Apparently everything is working fine. Let's check the GPU. Fans on the GPU, both fans are spinning. Everything is spinning. Okay. So I did not need to get into the BIOS apparently. Okay, so let us install Windows. Let's go English United States, US, next. Install now. Setup is starting. Okay. So everything's been working fine. We do not have a product key, so no, we do not have a product key. I think I should install Windows 10 Pro. Even if I don't have a product key, I'm not planning to activate the thing anyway. So let's install Windows 10 Pro. Yep, that's right. Next. I accept the license terms. The graphics card is working well because it shows up here. The stuff is showing on the screen. That means the graphics card is working. Next. Okay, custom. Install Windows only. Yep, drive 0 unallocated space. We're gonna click on that and then click next. I've done this before, so I know what to do. I've done this in virtual machines and my dad's computer when it broke. Okay, copying. Wow, that was fast. That was very fast. Copying Windows files. That got to 100% in like a second. Getting files ready for installation. Of course, this is gonna take such a long time. But let's wait. Oh, 1%. You gotta get used to the fact that this is actually a new computer and not my very old laggy one. So yeah, this thing is moving. Okay, stop at 7%. Okay, 8%, 9%, 10%. Oh, and if you can see, all our fans are working. The two 140mm fans at the front and the 120mm fan at the back. And those are our RGB fans. We got the RAM in the back here. Right there, you can see it. CPU power is working because the CPU is working. That it couldn't turn on without the CPU. Fan is working. It's plugged and it's running. What else? Graphics card is working properly because of the PCIe power that we're supplying to it. 24-pin. It's definitely working since this couldn't have booted up without the motherboard working. Just see. Yep, the front panel is properly installed. Okay, 59%. That was quick. Wow. This is actually really fast compared to my old PC, which was very, very, very slow. After Windows installs, I'm gonna have to install the graphics card driver so it won't look all squished and stretched and stuff. And the resolution we'll get is the proper resolution. If you can see this gross line here, it's a brown gross line. It's gross. You really cannot see anything here. And this part is shiny. It seems like liquid is leaking out of this thing, but the glass itself is crumpled. How is that even possible for glass to crumple? I gotta change my monitor soon. I have a new PC soon. I gotta get a new monitor. Also a new keyboard since the E key is stupid. It doesn't want to press. The mouse, the only thing that works very, very well. Very well. This is a new Logitech mouse from Switzerland, I think. My old mouse is over there. It had a very, very buggy left click. It did not want to left click at all. Unless you press very, very hard. Like you put your full weight on it. Okay, let's see. 97% Windows files. Getting files ready for 99%. Installing features. I'm pretty sure this is when it starts restarting. Wait, it's done installing features. What? Installing updates. Okay, that's very fast. Even if it's not an SSD, it's so fast. Finishing up. Restarting in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, I can just click restart now. Okay, restarted now. There we go. Delete. Okay, got into the BIOS. BIOS has been reset. Please reconfigure BIOS setup items if needed. Okay, we're gonna do that. Let's see, system. Where is the thing? Okay, well, this is our hard drive, which has been installed Windows on. Here's our Western Digital 1 TB drive, very fast. Advanced memory settings. I'm just gonna check the XMP. Yep, XMP is disabled. Our RAM is running at 2133 megahertz, so that's 2130 megahertz. We're gonna enable XMP after we're done finishing installing Windows. So let's go. Exit without saving. I don't need to save because I didn't change anything. Yes. Motherboard is working properly. After all the Windows updates are installed, we're gonna overclock the RAM. I guess I could overclock the graphics card, but I'm not gonna do that yet right now. Mouse cable is pretty messy, so let's tuck that behind the PC. Okay, getting ready is taking longer than the actual install itself. Reason why I did not plug the Ethernet yet is because Windows wants you to log in if the Ethernet is plugged. But I'm gonna ready this over here. Get this out of the power cable. And it's under another power cable. Okay, so we're gonna run this through just to ready the Ethernet. I'm just gonna wait for this thing to finish and we're gonna get back when everything is installed. Okay, we have loaded into the desktop. Is that time actually right? It looks like it's right, 7:45 p.m. Okay, everything is still blue. I'm pretty sure we cannot personalize this yet, so let's just go into updates. Let's see if it's updating anything. Check for updates. Okay, no updates available. That's very good. That's probably because I just downloaded the latest image. What we're gonna do now is go to Edge. Wow, that was very quick. My mouse just double-clicked. Oh, now I need that Ethernet. There we go. Made a nice quick sound. Okay, let it be discoverable. Yes. We're setting up the G102 LightSync gaming mouse. I'm gonna be downloading the driver for that anyway. But let's go to NVIDIA drivers. Download drivers.
Hello guys!
This is my dad.
Yes, this is the new PC computer. My son. Siya lang mag-isa nag-assemble niyan without me. And then, syempre, worry ako kasi first time nang inassemble yan. Pero siya rin ang umorder niya through Lazada. At siya rin lahat yan. Kaya, I proud my son to you. Amen! Amen! Yes, thank you God. Thank you Jesus. Thank you for your amazing generosity for my son and my family. Yes, please guide us and please save and please protect us from any harmful.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so I have set everything up. Drivers are installed. RAM is overclocked to 3000 megahertz. And yep, that is it for this video. I'm gonna be talking about the rest of the build in the next video. I'm gonna talk about how well it performed in gaming since I don't have my Steam account yet. It's still on my old PC. I gotta get it from my dad. Yeah, this was a very good project. I was pretty surprised that everything worked. I knew I would be able to assemble it properly, but I'm impressed that the parts actually worked. It's a very good experience to finally build my first PC and get out of that potato PC build that I used to have. Yeah, that's all for this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.